You know something I think is silly? Thinking that you're better than someone because of where you're from or the color of your skin. Like, huh? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. So glad to have you. My name is Bimbo, and amongst other things, I'm a lawyer based in Abuja, and I'm so glad you stopped by. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you end up liking this video, give a thumbs up and leave a comment because I feel like a lot of you guys are going to relate to what I'm about to talk about. So today's topic is going to be about racism and tribalism. I'm taking a break from posting the Turning 30 series. I'll be back to that. I'm not done with that, but I just wanted to quickly talk about it because I was having a conversation with someone. I was like, I think I should come and share it with my subscribers because people are funny. Before I get into my talking points, I would want to read out to you the definitions I put down for tribalism and racism. Tribalism is a strong loyalty to one's tribe, group, or social division, often leading to exclusion or hostility towards others. Racism is the belief that some races are inherently superior or inferior to others, resulting in prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism based on race or ethnicity. Why would you think that you're better than someone because of where you're from? I mean, I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you. Maybe you picked. But me, I just woke up and found out that I was born to a Yoruba father and a fake mother. I know some people might think that or might say that I have this notion because both my parents are not from the same tribe. And if that's even the case, no problem. I'm thankful. I don't think I'm better than anybody or that anybody is better than me because of the color of their skin or because of their tribe. I don't just understand that whole thing. I've heard some people say things like, oh, they will never do business with Igbo people, that all those Igbo people are somehow. Or that Ofe Manu, they don't do, that's us, that's Yoruba people. They don't talk to Ofe Manu people that they are somehow. Yoruba people are dirty. And I'm like, I don't know about the Yoruba people you met. You say the people you met are dirty. What do you mean I'm dirty? Because I'm from a tribe. Like generalizing and just grouping it, like throwing away possible relationships because of where someone is from, or it's bizarre to me. And if you're someone like that watching this video, and maybe this video is triggering you, I think you should stay and not even leave because think about it. We didn't choose where we came from. What gives you the right to think that you're better than somebody just because of where you're from? They did also choose where they're from. I think that we should start to judge people based on maybe their principles, actions, values, and things. Like some people will literally not do business with you because of where you're from. You're not ready to make money, first of all. But aside that, that just doesn't think about it well. Does that make sense? So if you're watching this video from Nigeria, you understand that we have several tribes, right? And you also must understand racism if you've interacted with, you know, other countries, you may or may not have experienced racism. Sometimes it shocks me to hear Nigerians who are tribalistic complaining about racism. Like there's no difference. In fact, I don't think there was. There's no difference between you that is being tribalistic and someone that you're accusing of being racist towards you. So let me use myself as an example. So some people say I look Igbo, right? I don't know what that even means. But a lot of times people say, oh, you look Igbo. And then when I say I'm Yoruba, they're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, right. So there was one time I was at the airport, right? And this woman walks up to me. The flight had been delayed and delayed and delayed. And this woman that was also waiting walks up to me and starts just speaking in Igbo. Just speaking. She's like, hey, how are you? And then she just switched to Igbo and was speaking and speaking. When she was going on and on for about a few good seconds, I'm like, I'm sorry, ma, I don't understand Igbo. She's like, oh, all of you children, you don't know your language. I'm like, no, I'm not Igbo. I was like, how can I say I'm not Igbo? And then her face just kind of changed and then she moved on to another person. I've experienced several instances where people kind of just like, so you're not Igbo, are you sure? But and you look like one of us, all this kind of just like, are you Nigerian or not? Are you a human being or not? As in, you are an alien, that's whatever. And I think that you're shortchanging yourself by choosing to not have interactions with certain groups of people just because of their tribe. I've lived in the north, right? At my law school, I went to Yola campus for law school. I served in Zamfara. And so I kind of blended in. And then I had friends who could speak Hausa, so I would just always be around them. So, in fact, I've received help Oh my God, I didn't even remember. This is not part of my talking points, but I received help. I will never forget how easy it was for me to register my NIN because of the way I was dressed and the assumption that I was Hausa. Like the place had closed. I and my housemate had gone to check the requirements for coming to do NIN because we used to see a whole large crowd around the place where NIN registration in Zamfara was going on. So I'd gone to check like the documents I would need to bring the next day. They are closed, right? But someone from inside was telling the security guy that was telling me they are closed. I'm like, oh, I know they've closed. I just want to see like what I'll need to bring tomorrow. But someone that worked inside the NIN office was telling the security guy to let me in. I was all covered and maybe I looked Hausa. I don't know. If I know that I don't know. I do know because when I now got in, he took me to like the office through the back because the front door was closed and then was filling in my details, my name. When it got to religion, he already filled in Islam. I'm like, no, I'm Christian because I could see what he was doing. I'm like, no, I'm Christian. He's like, I'm not sure. What state are you from? In fact, when I said my name, it's from when I said my name, I knew that, oh, this guy thought I was Hausa. He's like, oh, is that my name? I'm like, yeah. I have a Muslim name. My first name is actually my Muslim. But I don't use my Muslim name. I don't even know why. Sometimes I even wish I kept it somewhere in the mix. And then when I now said the state I was from, I was like, oh, it's still the north and all that. But it was too late. It was already helping me. I remember me and my housemates leaving that place surprised as to what happened because I didn't have all the necessary things. I mean, I had pictures of the documents that I didn't have with me on my phone, like I had soft copy, but I don't know if the guy was even being tribalist or whatever. But in that instance, it favored me anyway. But I do think that people that are tribalist are also that means you could be racist as well. All these, oh, I don't talk to Igbo people. They are too, what do you mean? You say the Igbo people you've talked to, they are somehow, or they are too proud or whatever. I just think that we need to shift our mentality a bit because it just doesn't make sense. Unpopular opinion, by me. I do think that some Nigerians, if Nigeria was a first world country, some Nigerians will be racist. They will even be worse than the racists that we have in first world countries. Because I think that is because we're in the third world, like we're in the inferior or the less developed country. That some people are even their racist side is not showing. I don't agree with people that say that black people cannot be racist. Black people can be racist, especially if you are from a country like mine that you've seen different tribes and you've seen how people can be tribalistic. I do believe black people can be racist. I want to talk about racism from another point of view, also an unpopular opinion. You know how, for example, maybe in your office, you're about to have a meeting with a group of maybe partners or something that are coming from another country. Maybe not even Europe or England, maybe from like Asia, so maybe Chinese people or Indians. And you literally see people in your office like prep up and prep up that oh, Weibo people are around. Let's what? Or you're speaking to someone from another country and then immediately something in you tells you to switch your accent. Like you have your Nigerian accent. You immediately now maybe switch your accent to start talking like an Indian or talking like the Chinese man that struggled to even learn the English that you're speaking to him. You think those people are not noticing? I do think, and maybe if you're watching this video and you do it, you haven't thought about it this way. I think that that's a sign of inferiority complex. Because the way let me put, strain my ears to hear you if you're from Italy or from Paris or from anywhere, in fact, even from America or the UK, because there are some people from like some parts of the UK that their accents are so like local that their English is so you have to pay really close attention because before you can hear what they're saying. The way I can pay attention to you and understand what you're saying in your accent, it's the same way you can pay attention to me and understand exactly what I'm saying in my accent. You don't have to tweak your accent or now try to speak like someone that you are not. Try to speak with an accent that you do not have just because this person is from that country and you're around the person. I do think it's a sign of inferiority complex. I mean, I do understand the place of if you've lived, so like Nigerians that have lived abroad for a long time, they tend to now speak like the community they're in. It's normal. It's just like some foreigners that have lived in Nigeria for a long time. They tend to now imbibe the Nigerian accent. That's different. But like in interactions with people from other countries, you're changing your accent. The way when you hear someone from another country trying to maybe force the Nigerian accent and you're wondering what is this, even black Americans in movies, when they're trying to imitate an African, because Africa is not a country, I don't know. Anyway, an African accent, I am wondering who gave them this, who told them that this is how we talk. The way that thing annoys you, can you imagine how someone from another country is feeling when you're trying to speak like them and you're just sounding ridiculous because there's no nice way to put it. Now I understand wanting to speak a bit better, like a bit more clearly when you're speaking to someone that doesn't necessarily or might not necessarily understand your accent. So I do it as well. So if I'm speaking to maybe clients or an audience that has foreigners or people, or even my friends, colleagues, people from other countries that I know that they're not familiar with the Nigerian accent, I try to pronounce my words properly. So I won't speak so relaxed the way I speak to a Nigerian that even if I even tabon said, the person understands what I was trying to say, right? Understand that, trying to speak properly when you have an audience that has foreigners in it. But trying to completely change who you are to be speaking with an accent that you do not have and you're not even getting right. Some people switch their accents to like American accents and they can get it right and all that. You can't get it. You're switching your own. I don't, it's, I want to believe some people are not intentionally like that. You're unconsciously tribalistic. You're unconsciously even racist, but not even that you're feeling superior. You're feeling inferior. I don't know if you experienced this thing growing up or even still experience it now. Because I know that growing up, maybe in your primary school, your secondary school, you had this maybe a half-caste girl or half-caste boy. And, everybody just wants to be their friend. Just want to talk to them and then they will start talking in one accent. They just want. And I'm not even talking about, so like kids in, with the innocent mind. So kids in like really lower classes that maybe haven't been exposed to foreigners. It's the same way a white kid can see a black kid and be touching her hair because she's never seen that texture of hair before. Just looking at her face because, or just a black child, I've never seen a black child, The same way a black child can see a white child and be like, you know, what is this? But I'm talking about maybe you in just three, or it starts from there. Let me just tell you now. It starts from there. You feel like you need to be better. You are still in colonialism. As an adult self, you are still in colonialism. You are still in chains. It's just that nobody's holding your hand and leg. If you think that somebody is better than you, the person has not even said anything to you. You don't even know anything about the person yet. You just feel like, Weibo people are coming to our office. Let's clean the place a bit more. What does that mean? What are you doing? I understand the place of presenting well so that, other countries can see that we self we did in Nigeria. But I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. A lot of times when Nigerians say, Oyibo people, it can even be someone from Asia there. It can be someone from if I even be someone from Morocco there, in the same Africa with you, that you are shaking and you want to faint because people are coming. Let me be confident in who you are. I do have mixed race people in my family. I do have mixed race friends, colleagues. I do have those kind of people. They don't like all those. They know when you're trying to be unnecessarily nice to them and trying to just, when you're being inferior, because that's what it is around them. They notice and they don't appreciate it. They're also human beings. And sometimes they're also even curious about you, but you don't see them acting that way. You don't see them shaking around you and the Nigerian is coming. Let me quickly. I'm talking about this because I do think it's important for us to address these issues. I mean, the generation before us might have not gotten it right when it comes to addressing tribalism and even racism. I mean, look at tribalism, for example. Look at Nigeria. Look at the whole thing with Biafra. It's a tribalism issue. I don't know much about Biafra to the point I would like. It's only history that I have to read. And I'm not Igbo. But I do know is from discrimination that Igbo people have been segregated or were segregated in that regard. I do know it's tribalism that put us in this thing, that is tribalism that caused it. It is. Because why are you intimidated by a set of people because they are hard workers? I don't even want to go into that. I don't want to go into that. Let the internet not come and cancel me before I even get up on the internet. But if we think about these things, serious issues can come out of this just hating someone because of where they're from. That somewhere they didn't choose to be from, that they just woke up and they are in this tribe. So I do think that we need to address it. I have a nephew now. It's not my child, but it's basically my child still. I don't want us to transfer this nonsense behavior to the next generation. So we need to do better. One woman clenched her purse one time when I sat close to her on the train. She was visibly afraid. And I'm like, I'm not a thief, oh, grandma, but no problem. That's what you know. And, several instances like that. We need to stop it now. We need to be an improvement on the previous generation. I do hope this video has been an eye-opener for someone that maybe has been tribalistic and didn't even know. Please stop. Now that you've heard me talk about it, please stop. Be confident and be proud of where you're from, yes, but don't look down on anybody because, oh, you think your tribe is better than theirs or whatever. The world is a global village, and if you're from another country, wherever you're from, watching this video and you think, oh, maybe you need to adjust some things about yourself so you're not feeling superior to people and you want to treat people better. Yes, there's no better time than now to start doing the right thing. I do hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section if you want to tell us anything, maybe share a story or just leave your thoughts or whatever in the comment section. And please don't forget to subscribe. Feel free to share this video with your friends, family, whoever you like. And I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.